Linda, Steve, did you hear that Bruce Maas is getting the Bill Graves Leadership Award from IMS?
Fantastic. I'm so glad to hear that.
And he's so deserving. When I think of Bruce Maas, I think of his vision. I think of his ability to facilitate partnerships. And then as an engineering faculty, he and I can get geeky about standards.
Congratulations on receiving the Bill Graves Leadership Award, Bruce. I can't think of anyone more deserving.
Bruce, you are one of the people who truly gets how important standards are to enable teaching and learning success across the higher education landscape. You continue to push for positive relationships between our partners and the teaching and learning community to make sure that we are focused on the right things.
Yeah, I agree. And Bruce is the ultimate advocate for the learner, and he's done that through his passion for technology and bringing people together across academia, our business partners. So it's just fantastic.
Well, and he's been so strategic, really thinking about what matters to help the learners in a very broad, holistic way. You know, and I have a special relationship with Bruce because I followed him in his job and really have learned how much he has done for this university and what his impact has been across the higher ed landscape.
As the CIO of both the Madison and Milwaukee campuses of the University of Wisconsin, your leadership and support of research cyber infrastructure and educational innovation significantly advanced the mission of both campuses. I've been particularly impressed by your leadership in initiatives to increase the diversity of the IT professional field. Your support as a male ally to women in our field has been critical to improving inclusion. Although as a discipline we still have a ways to go, your leadership in the area of diversity sets an example for all of us.
You were one of the first people, I think, who, when I connected with them over open standards and the importance of data in student success initiatives, that really got it. And you pulled me into the IMS community, and I'm so grateful.
Yes, and he's really been an advocate for the IMS Global organization. I remember when one of his first weeks here, he was like, are we a member? And we need to be a member. And he really sees that value of bringing people together to talk about standards and technology and future learning environments. And he has relentless energy. And I always remember the emails I get from Bruce when you have a minute, and the minute would turn into some fun hours. So he's well deserving of this.
And then he's an all-around nice guy.
You've always been willing to drop whatever you're doing to provide mentoring advice to up-and-coming leaders. You set a leadership example for others to follow. Leadership lessons that you've imparted to others reach far beyond your immediate circle. I've personally passed along lessons that I've learned from you to those I mentor and coach. For example, I don't recall what I said to you, but I do remember you looking at me and saying, Melissa, leaders have to be able to handle ambiguity. I've repeated that pearl of wisdom to so many people I've coached that I've lost count.
You have been such a leader in this space. And I just want to say, yay! Congratulations. Well done, you.
Again, congratulations on receiving this award, Bruce.
Congratulations, Bruce.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
I'm sorry I cannot be with you today, but a medical situation in my family is keeping me in Madison. All is good, not to worry, just life unfolding as it inevitably does. First, I want to say and mean that this honor is incredibly humbling to me. Bill Graves represents the very pinnacle of service in our profession. It was Bill's vision and tenacity that accounts for all of us being here today on this occasion. And given that my good friend Tim Beekman was a prior recipient, I am doubly humbled. IMS Global is one of those organizations with an unambiguous mission to bring together K-12, higher education, and supplier partners to advance the mission of education, the mission. By focusing on the integration of data, IMS Global is helping to move the science-based practice of education forward as a key accelerator around the world and in the U.S. Bill Graves knew this. Tirelessly, he worked to build a vision and to execute that vision. Since I joined the IMS Global community, I was inspired by Bill and Tim, by Board Chair Jack Seuss, and by Rob, Sandra, and Lisa, and the entire IMS Global team. Thank you to all of you. All of you inspired me and caused me to believe in this great cause. And a bit of a confession is warranted. I have not always been kind to my friends in the supplier partner community. In fact, I have been outright critical at times. Much of my harshest perspectives were softened and sometimes even changed outright once I had a chance to spend time with some of the best in the business, like Tim Beekman, Stephen Laster, Rick Johnson, Mark Armstrong, Mustafa Sualp, and others who took the time and let down their guard to allow me to see that the IMS Global Supplier Partner community at its best is a special community, with the best among them consistently demonstrating a unified purpose, aligning with the needs of students and educators. Based on what I've learned with my engagement in this community, I also very much hope that higher education increases its appreciation for just how closely linked higher ed is with K 12 and the private sector companies which support us. The youth of this world are worthy of our very best efforts. They need us all across the world. Digital education is transforming opportunity for all students, not just those who are well off economically. It's changing the equation. There will be future times when I can see you in person and we can still take the time to listen and learn from each other. I intend to stay active as long as I can and promote the notion that we cannot afford not to be working together as partners. We have the chance, with the appropriate and judicious use of standards assisted technology, to lift all boats around the world. This community is the embodiment of the EDUCAUSE strategic priority number 3, which focuses on enhancing all forms of partnership. That is exciting, and I look forward to our partnership moving to a new level, showing the world what happens when we do not demonize each other or otherwise erect artificial barriers to true collaboration. In closing, I humbly thank you for this recognition. In his book, Outliers, Malcolm Gladwell concluded from his research that all of us are lifted up on the shoulders of others. None of us are truly self-made. I want to extend this recognition today to my colleagues in the UW system and UW Madison, who have done so much of the heavy lifting that I sometimes got credit for because of my role. This work is teamwork, and I extend my thanks to the many talented people, but especially Gene Blockowitz, who tenaciously convinced me to join the IMS Global community and who helped me to see how important the IMS Global movement is. It is a movement, in my view, in the most pure way, not because of the interfaces and tech integrations, but for what they enable. Thank you, everyone, for all the inspiration you provided to me. Now let's go out and do more, all of us. I'm so proud of this community, and yet we can and should do even more. Thank you, and also my hearty congratulations to this year's winners of the Learning Impact Awards, who are on the front line of the innovations that give us so much reason to hope and give other innovators something positive on which to build. Take care.